The Real Free Abrams, hello. Thank you for stopping in, much appreciated. I'm just waiting for the map to load. So let me get you all on the correct screen. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the map to load. And we'll jump back in here. Wait for make sure my stream catches up, and it is. Alright, let's jump back in here. It looks like it's still running, or raining, in game. So we're going to pick up some more mining products. I'm just going to flip through my cameras really quick, just so I can zoom them out and I know where my vehicles are. Alright, we are going to grab and sell off this entire load of silage. All 3 million liters. While that is filling, let's grab our tipper sitting over here with the wood chips in it. And we'll get that dumped into the mill. And try to remember where the logs go. And of course it's the other side. Alright, let's get these. Oh, hang on, wrong one. I wanted these for the logs. Almost messed that up. Almost completely messed it up. Dumped them in the wrong trigger. $68,000 liters. You know what? I'm not going to dump these in where the coal goes because I definitely want to save the wood chips to put where our logs go. So I'm going to just drop these in the home silo real quick. I'm hoping the home silo takes wood chips. It should take all the bulk goods. And we'll drive this back over there because we're going to take some more trees down eventually. Man, we got full-on rain in the game. A good day to do some mining. We can't do any field work. Yeah, we'll take. Perfect. Yeah, I want to save the wood chips for when we need more logs. So we'll get this guy back down here. We're going to go sell off that silage. We'll get the mill running first. Oh, I could have put the rest of those wood chips in the table factory, I think. Let's take them back with us. I think I could put them in the table factory. I don't know if that was updated yet or not. I don't I don't play that. I don't play often enough to know what goes in what factory and what operates the crap. Oh, apparently we had more wood chips in here. Hey, I'll take that. We got a bonus wood chips that were somebody preloaded our silo with some wood chips. I'll take it. Yeah, so I want to get the basic factories up and running. We're gonna buy some diesel. We're gonna get the mines. We're gonna drop a load of boulders. So we're gonna get some diesel for the crazy crusher and the mines, which we're also going to need another trailer. I know Sparky's needs logs, but does Tom's Tables take wood chips where the logs go? I'm hoping it does, that we can get both of these up and running, or some part of this up and running. It does. Perfect. I want to take a look at this menu though, because I don't want it making everything right now. I only want it making planter boxes. So we just need some coal, wood chips, or straw. And we'll turn furniture off. I'm not going to... Well, I guess we could, because it takes wood chips. I guess we can run both of these. Alright, so we just need some coal for that one. Let us sell off... Let's get this sold so we have some cash to play with. Oh, it's still filling. I forgot we're filling like 3 million liters. And then we'll run down and we'll scoop up a load of coal. And then we'll see what else we need to get the mill running. This should be a nice payday. There we go. Let's have, which way do we want to go? Not that way. Because my luck, I'll get hit by the train. Here, since we're here, we'll take the scenic route. We'll go across the bridge. Not too scenic on a rainy day. Farm Chicks, welcome back. Thank you for stopping back in. Going to get us a little bit more cash to play with without trying to sell off a lot of the clean fill. It's so hard not to sell it off. But it's so tempting. You want to get like everything up and running on the first day. And it's so hard to like hold yourself back. Alright, let's head down to the barn. Okay, this thing stops a lot quicker than the other vehicles. The truck I'm using is on Papa Smurf's website. It's by Winston. If you want this vehicle pack. Alright, let's get the silage sold. And with the rain, it's hard to see our cash going up. Turn the camera so we can watch the cash going up. There we go. That'll get us enough cash to get us in trouble today for the next couple hours. I should have brought the truck with me, the tanker. I should have brought the tanker on Follow Me. So, nah, I was going to come over here and fill it up with gas, but we'll use the place as a little gas station. All right, let's grab some coal. This way we can throw it in the mill in the table factory. Appreciate everybody stopping back in. Yeah, I had some leftover soup for lunch, so I'll probably be hungry in about an hour. It's a long time till dinner time. About another 6 hours. Sassy155, hello. Thanks for stopping back in. Alright, let's grab some coal. And we'll take a few more of these trees down to make us some more room. And then eventually we'll get the rest of this clean fill picked up and dumped in a silo. So nice to have a little bit of a road open. Alright, let us jump back in here. Oh, this is so cheaty, but it's so nice. And since we're here, and it goes really, really quick, we're just going to grab a full load and we'll dump the rest in this silo. Yeah, don't ask me how I lived without this cheaty snowblower. Telling you, you're going to want this one. I don't have any whispers yet asking for it. Alright, this will be enough to get us started. I'm not going to put a quarry silo down inside the mine. I think we're just going to use the silo at the home farm. Oh, it's coming after get off of work. Yeah, this is definitely, let's drive around the other side. We can hit both factories. Alright, let's get coal here. We'll get some coal over here. Oh, snap. That could have been ugly. Alright, let's dump the rest of this in a silo. We'll run down and grab some iron for the mill. Vortex 99, thanks for stopping back in. I'll definitely get this uploaded to Mega. I didn't have time. I made myself lunch. I did the breakfast and lunch dishes. Took care of the dog, and jumped on and checked messages. Make sure there was nothing pressing from my kids. What does that look like? Wood chips? It just depends on what texture I used when I built the factory. Almost every factory that I build that uses coal, you can burn coal, you can burn wood chips, you can burn straw, and you can burn nutshells. So there's 4 different fill types, but I can only use one texture. So some of them I make look like coal, and some of them I make look like wood chips. Just depends on when the factory was built. The older factories I used the wood chip texture. The newer factories I used the coal texture. I've tried to update all the factories to go with all the new fill types. Let's just double check that real quick when we go back over here. Sometimes I forget to put nutshells in because the nutshells are a newer fill type. But if we look at the global company menu, yeah, here. So if you look under the inputs, it's going to take coal, straw, wood chips, or nutshells. But I can only have one texture show up here, and not 4 different textures. I'm so tempted. We have enough money to buy that other field. I'm so tempted to buy a second field. Alright, I want to get the mill up and running first. So let's grab a little bit of iron. Yeah, I will definitely get this uploaded to Mega when I get out of here uh, later for anybody that wants it. Oop, I got a little bit too close. It is down, right? Yeah. I guess it does better in forward than it does in reverse. This is much better than spending 6 hours picking this up. Alright, this will definitely get us started. And then I think we need just water maybe to get the mill running. Alright, what else do we need? You need just water, I believe. For all of them, yeah. Yeah, so you need water. What do you need? You shouldn't need anything. You should be running. We have to put more trees in here. Alright, so you are active. Perfect. So let's grab this guy. We'll dump the rest of this in the silo. We'll grab our tanker. And we'll figure out where we're going to put a water trigger. Probably put it over by the farm, because eventually we'll have animals over here. I'm going to actually look at those two fields again. I don't want to spend all of our money, but I do want to look at those fields. Yeah, I could put a placeable silo over there quicker, but then I'd have to keep track of what's where. And if I throw everything here in the same silo, at least I know where it's at. Oh my goodness, I almost dropped my coffee cup. And it's completely full. It would have been a mess. Alright, you sit there a minute now that you are empty. Where is our tanker? Our tanker is parked over here. Where do I want to put a water fill trigger down? I'm thinking right back here. All right, let's grab our water fill trigger. And I want to throw it, I think, right back here next to the shed. Is a nice spot for it. I'll probably get one over there closer to the factories. But at least this one will be here for when we get animals. And we'll probably put another one over by the factories. So I think our factories take like 1,000,000 liters. This tanker holds 500 to half a million liters. And then I do want to get, where can I throw, I want to leave this open for a header, I think. I want to throw a gas trigger down over here somewhere as well, so I can refuel my equipment. I don't want to put it right by the house. I may put it like right over here as well. Let's get a, since we're over here, where is my gas fill trigger? Right here. Let's get this guy down as well. Probably put it over here. Just until we start making fuel, we're going to need it. And then we can sell it off once we start making our own diesel. So we're going to need some diesel for the mines. And I want to get the Crazy Crusher running. I'm going to end up with equipment all over the place and then not remember where anything is. I'm almost positive this will take another tanker. Yeah, it will. Where do I want to put a water fill trigger at over here? So we're going to need it for a bunch of factories anyway. And I may put it over here closer to the end where we can access it. I don't want to get in the way of any triggers though. Where do I want? Actually, right here by these logs is probably a good spot. Let's grab one more water fill trigger. And I think, yeah, if I throw it here, it's going to be out of the way. I don't think there's any triggers right here. Oh, there is a trigger right there. Let's put it over here. And it won't affect any triggers. And then we can use it for all of our factories over here. Let's see how convenient it is when I drive around the building. We can always sell it and move it. Now I think it'll work out well right here. Now while this is filling, I wanted to look at either 71 or 72. Wait for the autosave. Alright, 71 is 724,000 or 1.4 million. That one's long because it runs to the edge of the map. 71 may be doable, but I don't want to buy it if it has a root crop in it. What growth stage is it in? I don't want to buy it because it has a root crop in it, and I don't have a root crop harvester. So we'll wait until the field is empty, then we'll buy it. I could afford the bigger one, but we're going to get the smaller one for now. Alright, 2 factories up and running. I want to get... I think I want to get the Crazy Crusher up and running so we can make some silage. So we can get some silt. And then we could turn the silt into fertilizer. So let's grab just short of 50,000 liters of fuel. And let's run it over to the Crazy Crusher. We'll put another water fill trigger over there, and we'll put diesel and water in the crusher. And then we'll come back and we'll drop some boulders. So I want to stop this just short of 50,000. This will do. This will get us started. Because I don't want to be stuck with diesel in the tank if I have more than 50,000. Then we'll come back, we'll grab a little bit more gas, or a little bit more diesel, and we'll drop a load of boulders, and we'll get them over to the crusher. I know I have all the product on the ground, but I want to get silt made, and the only way to get silt is if you have to use the crusher to get silt. I know, here we go again, driving across the map. Exactly what I don't like doing, but the crusher is not that far. I don't want to pass it off. Passed it off once. Last time I played, I was halfway back to the landfill and I realized I wasn't going to the landfill. I was coming over to the Crazy Crusher. But let's grab, at least we'll get, then all we have to do is bring the boulders over. Alright, and then I'm going to throw another waterfill trigger over here just so I don't have to drive all the way across the map. So I'm just going to grab one more. They're only 500 bucks. And let's throw it over here. Should be out of the way. And I'll jump back in here. I'll have to make a little bit of a white swing. Now I think this one also holds 1,000,000 liters. So while that's filling, let's check our capacity on our water. Oh no, it only holds, okay, so this has to be updated. This only holds 500,000 liters. Next update will up this to 1,000,000 liters. Alright, perfect. So this is ready for boulders. Let's go drop some boulders. Oh, I'm going to need 2 trucks. That's alright. We're just going to have to deal with the 1 truck for now because I don't want to spend the extra cash. So I do want to put about 5 or 6 more factories down as soon as we clear out some trees. It looks like this rain's not going to let up anytime soon. We're not even getting the next symbol after the rain, which means we got at least 6 hours of rain in game time. So I'll probably end up getting this, as long as it keeps raining, we can't do anything else. We'll just keep scooping mining product up and making room for factories. Now let's go back to the farm. We'll grab a little bit more diesel. I need 25 liters times 6, so that's, I need about 300 liters. I don't need much gas. But any extra fuel we have, I'll put a tank down and we'll just store it. So let's get a little bit more. I don't mind spending the cash for now until we start making it. That should hold. That's going to hold us over for a while. And then we're going to need another trailer. Good opportunity if you're new to the map to show you how the mines work. Took me forever to get these mines set up, and they run this way for a reason. So how the mines work, once you own the property, you'll come over here, you'll drop 25 liters of diesel, and it will only hold 25 liters. About 5 in-game minutes, 5 boulders will drop from here onto the ground. Don't park anything in this trigger, like a vehicle or a tipper, because once the boulders drop into your tipper, the triggers will not reset. So don't park anything here or put any auto-load truck here turned on when your boulders drop, because the triggers will not reset. And the only way to reset the triggers is to exit your game in single player or restart the server. So make sure you have nothing parked there where your boulders drop. And then the reason why you put 25 liters, I can only get 5 boulders to drop. I tried to get more boulders to drop, but the mine would not reset. So this is the only way I can get the boulders to drop the way I wanted them to, which is 25 liters in the tank. And then you'll get 5 boulders, but the boulders are 200,000 liters each. So when you drop 5 boulders, you're going to get 1,000,000 liters of crushed product, basically, once you take them to the crusher and crush them down. I don't mind spending a little bit of money on diesel and doing this early game. Like I said, it's going to get me some clean fill, it's going to get me a little bit of gold, and it's going to get me a little bit of silt. So you can drop the rock, so you have 6 mines dropping 5 boulders each. That's 30 boulders. You can drop 2 sets of boulders and run 60 boulders to the crusher, and that's going to, you won't need any more than that for a while. That's going to run your crusher for probably a full game day. Now, if I didn't miss any triggers, we should have 30 boulders. Alright, I'm going to leave the tanker sit here a minute. We're going to go get the boulder truck, the rock truck. Mad Drifter 07, hello, thank you for stopping in, much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's go grab our rock truck while we're waiting for our boulders to drop. So there you go. We caught a couple boulders dropping off to the left. I don't know if you saw that or not. Next time we come over, when we come over to grab another load of boulders, I'll show you how they drop. But we got to head back to the home farm and get a new trailer. No, do not go sideways on me. What map is this? This is my new 16x Ritchie Valley map. It's multi-fruit with extra animals and heavy production. So it's a 16x multi-fruit extra animal production map. I'll show you the PDA in a minute. And you have to build three-quarters of the field you have to build. So for instance, to my left is field 68. You don't have access to it until you build it. So you have to build 2/3 of the fields. You have to build half of the railroad silos. You have to build half of the forests. You have to build almost every factory on the map. You have to build almost every sell point on the map. I start you off with 2 sell points, but the prices are really cheap. So if you want the better price, you have to build the better sell point. There's about 80 buildables built into the map. There's about 80 items in the map that you actually have to build. 16x, 79 fields. So it's a very large 16x map with very little wasted space in the map. Dixie's back in chat. So if you go to my YouTube channel, I recommend watching 2 videos. One on the map release stream, because I'll do a really good map tour. And second, how to use the Trello board. Because without all the required mods, the map will not load. Alright, I want to grab our new rock truck. And we'll get our first load of boulders to the crusher. I play on Felsbrunn on Seasons. I got S19 like a month ago, so I'm not good. Oh, but yeah, this map will not work on console. This is PC only. There's way too many. The map is too large, and there's way too many scripts running the map for it to work on console. Because we have about 100 placeable factories, and the scripts that run the map are not allowed on console. Sorry about that, console players. Even when I convert my maps from 19 to 22, they will not work on console. They'll still be PC only because of all the scripts that run the maps. I'm not going to make anything console friendly. Sorry, console players, it's just the truth of the matter. You want a heavy production map, even though Giants is building production into the maps. The kind of production we do, the scripts are not allowed on console. Alright, let's get the first load of boulders picked up. And then we'll drop a second load of boulders. And then the crusher will be good for a while. I keep forgetting to download that no camera clip mod. Or the camera collision mod. Wish there was a Swedish replica map like in Sweden. Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to be limited on console, at least with 19. 22 may be a little bit better. Because Giants is catering a little bit more towards the console players with 22. But I don't expect any really good modded maps to come out for about 6 months to a year when 22 is released. Alright, let's get this guy parked. Again, don't block your triggers or don't put anything near your triggers or it's not going to. Why are you giving me a hard time when I want to unhook you? I've never had a problem with this truck before. It doesn't want to unhook for some reason. Never had a problem with this before. I use it on Ritchieville like every day. Doesn't want to unhook. Let me unload it. Hold on. Maybe it's because it's loaded. Let's just drop our boulders there. No, it still won't let me unhook from it. It will not let me unhook from this truck. That is really weird. Let me get out of here away from everything. Yeah, it's weird. It won't. Oh, there we go. That was weird. I've never had that happen before. Alright, we're going to drop another load of diesel in all of our triggers. So we could take 60 boulders over to the crusher. And then once I put diesel in the last one, I'll show you how you can see the boulders drop. If you're new to the map. But this will get us 2 million liters of each rock type going to the crusher. And pass the trigger off, old man. Way to go. My cousin owns a really big farm that he get to work on during the summers. That's nice. Buggernut, hello. Thank you for stopping in. When I was a kid, we used to hunt on. We had a dairy farmer that used to let us hunt on his property. Mad Drifter 07, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, much appreciated. So yeah, when I was a kid, we hunted on a local dairy farmer. Used to let us hunt on his property. And my aunt and uncle had a hunting cabin. They bought a little bit of piece of property from him and built a hunting cabin like right near his property. And we used to stay there for hunting season for a couple days. And he brought us into the cow barn at night and was showing us how to feed the cows and milk the cows, and it was really cool. So we got to spend some summer days working around the cows. Alright, let's drop. Alright, so like I said, I'm on 1 speed. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes to drop the load of boulders on one. There you go. Man, that dropped before I even had a chance to take a sip of coffee. Alright, I'm not going to need any boulders for a while. So I want to get a diesel storage tank down here. So let me go back into my mods. Where is the diesel storage? Is it in... Nope, wrong one. It's not in this one. Is it in this one or is it under silos? No, this guy. Diesel storage. Let's throw diesel storage over here. Why can't... Oh, there we go. So we'll throw our diesel storage down here because I want this tank empty when I take it back to the farm. And we'll have diesel down here for next time we need to drop boulders. So let me get this unloaded. I'm going to drop this guy here. We're going to eventually have to come back and get him and take him back to the farm. Let's grab our boulder truck. I get to plow, fertilize, sow, and use a skid steer to flatten the land, so always have something to do on the farm. There's always something to do on the farm. And I was never a fan of like really fresh milk, like right from the cows. And still to this day I won't get any dairy fresh milk right from the farm. I don't know, to me it just has a weird taste to it. Alright, now I just want to make sure our auto load is back on. Yeah, okay, now it's turned off. Alright. So let's turn auto load back on. And I'll get all these 60 boulders over to the crusher. Can't use the bigger tractors, you're only 14. You'll get there. I've never driven a tractor in real life. Riding lawnmower, that's about as big as I've ever gotten. Like I said, I don't need the crush product. The only reason I'm using the crusher is I want to get the clean fill, the gold, and the silt out of these boulders. Oh, missed one. Alright, we get it, we got it. I really need that no collision camera clip mod. There we go. One more load of coal. Yeah, so on the dairy farm, yeah, we got to see all that equipment. We didn't get to use it or play around with it or play on it, but yeah, he had everything too. He had the tractors and the manure spreaders and the balers, the seeders. He used to grow corn for the cows, so he had, you know, all that equipment as well. Harvesters. But I think next year or the year after that, I'll get to use one of the big John Deeres that they have on the farm. That would be cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind learning that myself. That would be really cool to drive in real life. And then the plan after we get these boulders dropped off over here, we're going to cut some more trees down so we can get a few more placeable factories in. Yeah, I'm surprised my sister's not back home yet. I know she had a bunch of errands to run, but I was expecting the house to be a lot more noisy than what it is. All right, let's get these in the pit. Pull up a little bit further. Bam. All right. So if you're new to the map, your crushed ore will come over here. Your crushed coal you'll be able to pick up here, and then up top will be the nickel and the copper. And then if you drive down this road to the lower level, on the bottom level you have your silt, your sand, your stone, and your gravel down on the lower level. So this will crush one type of boulder down or all of the boulders. So if you have just coal, you don't have the rest of the mines open yet, you could bring just the coal boulders over. You could bring just ore over, or you can bring all of them over. So that is going to fire up our crazy crusher. I'm really afraid of one of the tractors. My cousin accidentally flipped it and had, amputate one of his toes, so that sucks. Sorry to hear about that. Alright, let's get this guy back to the mine. We'll get our tanker back to the farm. And then we'll get some more trees cut down. It's what the weather looks like in game is what the same weather when I look out my window today. It's just rainy and drizzly and overcast and damp and yucky outside. Now I do want to keep an eye on our grass. We're gonna, since we're in a new game day, we're gonna have to cut the grass again. Because I want another 3 million liters of silage. It was an old Ford. He was doing some Bailey and flipped it backwards, and his toes got stuck under the pedals. Yes, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that. I'm going to leave this trailer down in the mines. We're going to pick up our tanker. If this thing will let me drop it. Yeah, that's weird. I have no idea what's going on with this truck. I've never had this problem before. Dropping this truck. It's like it's stuck on a collision. I'm going to have to go in and check the collisions on this trailer. It doesn't want to play nice with this truck. It's like it's stuck to it. Well, I'm going to reset the truck back to the farm. No, I can't. I need to pick up my tanker. I'm going to have to go in and check the collisions on this truck. It won't even let me pick the truck up without the trailer. Why will you not unhook from this trailer? Auto load can't be on, is it? Work mode, no, it's off. So if I turn you on, will you let me unhook from it? No. I have no idea oh, there we go. I have no idea what's wrong with that truck. I'm gonna have to go in the editor and look at the collisions. But he's fully recovered now because it happened about 3 or 4 years ago. How old was he when he flipped the tractor? Alright, really wish this rain would let up. Not that it matters what we're doing today, but I really want this rain to let up. Can't cut the grass quite yet, 'cause it looks like it's not ready to harvest. About 15, 16. I'll get you back there. We'll grab this guy. We'll take him with us. We'll keep an eye on our grass to see when it's ready to cut again. Looks like it's getting brighter in game. Hopefully the sun will come back out. I think I'm going to leave him parked in the grass over here so I can keep an eye on the growth stage. This way I'll know when it's ready to be recut. I'll leave this guy sitting here. Let's grab this guy. And we will get the trees over here taken down. And I'm not going to save any for Sparkies because we do own another forest. So I'm just going to zap all of these out into wood chips. And this will open up us more room to put Sparkies down. I want to get the refinery down, probably the glue factory down, plastic plant, crate factory, so we're going to clear cut this area, and then our other forest will cut trees down for Sparkies. Can't get Sparkies up and running until we get plastic and glass made. Jose Gabriel 3, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. SP 912, how was the farm today? I started over today. Thank you for the host, much appreciated. Yeah, I was completely frustrated with the map and I didn't play it at all. And I had no desire to play it at all. Because personally, I don't like driving across the map. So, the way I had the old setup was... Let me pull the map up a second. So, in the old setup, I owned fields like 1, 41, 42, 43, 44. So I own those fields. They're down here in the valley. I had the mines and the Crazy Crusher, which is, east side of the map, northeast side of the map. And then I owned the forest over here where I had the mill down and Sparkies down and the table factory down. And then I had my factories up here. So I was driving from this end of the map to this end of the map to this end of the map to this end of the map. So I was pretty much driving pretty much all the way around this 16x map. So I started over this morning. I sold off all of the starter fields. I kept this little forest. And then we earned enough money to buy this piece of property, this piece of property, this piece of property, all the mines, and the Crazy Crusher. So now I'm only working in this little area of the map. So I'm not spending all day driving all the way around the map. Oh, Jose, I am sorry, I do not know Spanish. So I gave myself a fresh start on the map. And I think this is going to be, for me anyway, this is going to be a little bit better setup. Because I can use this little strip of land next to the mines between the road and the railroad tracks to get a lot of our small starter factories down. Can you check the last tank in your mods? No resin. If you're talking about the little Unimog, it's going to get updated this week. That was already requested earlier today. So if I go into the vehicles, if I go into here, the little Unimog, yeah, this guy, the Unimog, so this guy and the tanker's going to get updated this week. You know what? I'm going to change my plan. I'm going to save some of these trees for the Sparkies. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut just enough trees here on the end to get Sparkies down. And then we'll buy ourselves a Ponzi. And we'll come over here and we'll get some trees cut for Sparkies so we can start making telephone poles. But yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that was brought up earlier. I think Sassy One's been asking for a while, and it's been on my to-do list. But I'm gonna get that updated tomorrow, and I want to get, where's my notebook? The drywall factory updated tomorrow as well. The placeable drywall factory. Yep, Sassy One. Yep, yeah. I'm terrible with names usually. My short-term memory is horrible. But yeah, definitely tomorrow morning. Because after my stream today, I have a 2.5 hour YouTube upload to do. Now, do I want to leave a few trees along the tracks, or do I want to give myself some room? I think I'm going to give myself some room. I think we're going to take all the trees out on this side. We can always plant some more. We can always come back in with the tree planter and put a row of trees here. Again, I just want to clear a small, just big enough area for the factory. I may have to take another, yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more room than this. I think. We'll get these 4 or 5 out and we'll see if it'll fit here. Let's see if that's going to give us enough room. If not, we'll take a couple more trees out. Well, let's see if we can't get... Oop, wrong one. see if we can't get Sparky's down. This one. And which way do I want it? Actually, it'll fit in this way really well, and that'll give us room for more factories. Let's put Sparky's here, which is awesome. So we'll get I want the glue factory. Since we're going to put the glue factory down, let's come over here and we'll get the rubber plantation down. I think there may be room for it like right here. So let's grab the rubber plantation and we'll see if we can't. Do we have enough room to put it in here? If I take out those couple of trees, no, it'll fit right here. Do I want to turn it? Yeah, let's turn it this way. Yeah, this is actually, actually no, I liked it better this way. So make sure it's not interfering with the train. Now we got plenty of room. All right, rubber plantation is down. So this will get us raw rubber for the glue factory. So Sparky's, we're going to need some trees. All right, so if we want to make power poles, we need a little bit of diesel and some trees. Copper wire, we have copper, so we can start making copper wire. We don't have any concrete, so we can't make conductors. We don't have plastic or glass yet, so we can't do lighting. Now, plastic's going to be a problem because I need oil. All right, where are our mini oil wells? Now, we're going to have to do some driving because of the oil wells, and because I can't, well, can we build an oil well? We have an oil well close to us at the bottom of the hill. So if we come down, so our farmhouse is right here. Oil well 1 is right here. Let's see how much it cost. Okay, it's only $185,000. We have to build it. Let's take a quick trip over to the construction office and see what it'll cost us to build oil well 1. Now, here's where you have to go on the hunt and find the correct sign. I think I know where oil well 1 is. It's one of the first factories I built. So I think oil well, okay, that's oil well 2. Oil well 1, or we have wood chips, we have gravel, we have. All right, let's build oil well 1. So let's buy oil well 1, which is over here. And then what did I say we needed? Because I'm not going to remember. Or 100,000 liters, or wood chips and gravel. All right, that should be easy. Let's head back here. All right, we have plenty of wood chips, so let's run them over. And we'll come back and we'll grab some ore and some gravel. I think we have gravel. If not, we're going to have to wait for the Crazy Crusher to make us a little bit of gravel. So we have Mammoth Mill up and running, so we're starting to make some drill pipe. So we're going to need the crude oil to make plastic. And oil well 1 is not that far, but it has to be built. So it's going to take 3 to 5 in-game days to build, but that'll give us time to make some drill pipe. Because oil well 1 is right here at the bottom of the hill. So again, I don't have to drive as far. It's going to be convenient. You were oil well 1. I hope that, unless this was oil well 2. Did I buy the wrong one? Which one are you? I don't know if this is oil well 1 or oil well 2 now. What does this one say? Okay, this is oil well 1. Alright, I bought the correct one. I think we have stone on the ground. I don't think I have any gravel on the ground. We'll find out when we go back. So a stone crusher is another thing we're going to need real soon as well. Yeah, we're going to spend all of our $1.9 million on factories. Now, if I put the refinery down instead of the plastic plant, it's going to get us oil, or it's going to get us diesel and plastic. But it's not as quick as the plastic factory. So there, let me make a note for myself. I want to update the refinery and make it a little bit quicker. So I want to make the refinery as quick as the placeable plastic factory. So I notice on my Ritchieville map, I'm using the refinery and I'm using the placeable plastic factory. And the placeable plastic factory is much quicker than the refinery. So I'm going to update the refinery tomorrow to match the output of the plastic plant. All right, you should be oil well 1. Let's get the wood chips in here. All right, so now we need ore and gravel. We have some ore. Gravel, we may have to wait for our crusher. Now the rest of these wood chips are going to go in the table factory. I'm a dingbat. Hello, old man. How are you doing? I am doing well. How are you doing? I was in the mood to play today. I was not in the mood to work in the editor, so we're having fun playing today. Now we do know that this forest right here to my left, and we're going to take advantage of those trees as well. we are going to take we're going to take the rest of these trees down as well. I'm going to try and squeeze as many factories in that little strip as I can, and then we'll come over here and put the rest of them in over here in this other grass strip we own. Trying to save this area here for animals pens. So the area to my left that we're driving by now we own, but I don't want to put any factories there. That's going to be a great spot for every single animal pen. Alright, let's get these guys in here so this will stay running. Now I need gravel and I need ore. Let's go down and see if that's stone on the ground or if that's gravel on the ground. I'm almost positive it is stone on the ground. If it's stone on the ground, I don't need it. But I'll scoop it up enough to just throw it in the silo. I know we already have ore in the silo, so we can take a little bit of, we can run a load of ore over. But I'm almost positive this is, I don't know, this may be, no, this is stone on the ground. This is not gravel on the ground. So that's not going to help us. Let me go down, I can't remember. Let's go down to the rock crusher and see what's on the ground. This is stone on the ground. This is not going to help us. We need gravel. Alright, so we're going to have to wait for the crusher to get a little bit of gravel. I want to get that oil well open as quickly as I can. Let's give it another hour in game and we'll go check on the crazy crusher to see if we have 100,000 liters of stone. I mean 100,000 liters of gravel. Won't take long for that crazy crusher to work. Alright, we're going to take more of these trees down, but I am going to get, leave this here, we're going to use it. Let's head back to the farm. Sassy one, I'm still at home. Start for new farmer, because I still haven't made up my mind where to call home yet. Yeah, like I said, I hated my first start on this map to the point where I didn't even want to play it. So placement and your starting location, single player, is everything. Alright, we're going to get ourselves, we are going to get, I don't think it's in here. I think it's in forestry. Yeah, the modded Ponzi. I like it in orange. We're going to buy this guy because we need trees to make power poles with. And I'm also going to get, where is my, under trailers, forestry equipment, forestry. I want the 12 meter auto load trailer. Do I want the hitch? I'm not going to use the hitch. Let's just go standard. Alright, let's grab this guy. Let's drop some trees. And we'll throw them in Sparkies. Before we finish clear cutting that area. And eventually I'm going to look at getting a better headset. My microphone, it's so loose it just keeps dropping. I mean, that or I need to get the duct tape out. So we'll drop a bunch of trees so we can start making some telephone poles. And we'll have to grab another load of diesel to get this running. This guy I was going to use in the forest at the bottom of the hill, but I want to clear cut this area up here. And then once we drive him down the bottom of the hill to our forest, he'll stay down there. Yeah, these aren't the best trees to cut with this thing. I'd rather cut the other ones. Let me change this to 11 meter before I forget, and we cut a little 1 meter log. Oh, just don't go on the train tracks. I don't need a train to be flinging a log across the map. Yeah, I should have taken this down the hill and cut the other trees. I like the other trees better. I don't like these trees. I like to munch these trees up into wood chips. Taylor Gaming, I'm back. Had a snooze. How are things going? Things are going well. The house is quiet. And we're going to cut ourselves a bit of trees to turn into telephone poles. And this is going to give us more room to put a bunch of factories down. Okay, am I not on the tree? There we go. Oh, hung up on the monorail track. Yeah, like Dixie said earlier, placement on this map where your starting location is everything. I was so frustrated in single player that I just couldn't play anymore. So I said to heck with it and started over today. Instead of selling everything off and emptying all the factories and moving it, I just said to heck with it. So we need, I think it's 700,000 liters of telephone poles to build the power grid. I got a little overzealous with that amount. I'm not a fan of forestry, but I didn't want to put wood chips and sparkies because we need full logs to make telephone poles with. So I'm just going to go all the way to the end. We'll take one row of trees out and we'll get them picked up and we'll see how much we have for the factory. It'll probably take us a few game days to get all the construction factories down. So I'm not going to be too worried about getting a lot of fields and a lot of arable done. My main goal is the first couple days is to get all of our factories down. You said we're going to have to work for it. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to work for it. Oh, his mommy's probably home. Doesn't sound like someone's home, but I don't think that's someone's home bark. That's more like someone's out front bark. No, yeah, he went and laid back down. Alright, this area back here is bigger than I expected. I'm hoping we can get all of our basic factories down. We just have to get all these trees out of here. What kind of dog? That is my sister's dog. He is a 90-pound purebred Rottweiler, but he's friendly as can be. He'll only bark if there's a stranger anywhere near the property. And he is definitely protective of the house. And if we get all these trees cleared over here before we put the factories down, we can cut this grass to get more silage made. Alright, my stream is buffering. It's fair when you consider how many streetlights there are. Yeah. I definitely wanted to... I figured the power system is going to be like a mid to late game goal. So you're going to need a ton of power poles. I think once I have like everything that Sparky's makes, once I use all the products to build everything with, is probably one of the factories I'll end up just selling off and not using. probably use it just to get everything built. If I lose my stream, I apologize. The internet is crap today, and my own stream that I'm watching on my second monitor keeps buffering. So if I lose you all, I do apologize. That happens on crappy rainy days here a lot. We end up losing internet. I want to try and cut enough trees to fill that factory. And then if we have extra trees, we'll just drop them on the trigger. And then the factory will suck them in as it needs it. So I'm just going to go down till we hit the end of this row. Yeah, this piece of property is definitely bigger than I was expecting it to be. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not complaining, mind you, but it is definitely nice. As I say, you can get hung up on the monorail. This machine, I would imagine, would be awesome in real life to run. Yeah, you're going to get hung up on the monorail tracks. There we go. Train should be about due. And there it is. Don't hit the train. Oh, good. I was waiting for that tree to go right across the tracks as the train came by. Looks like we got about 4 more trees ahead of us till we hit the end of our property. Monorail above us. Love to see the shadow going by. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. I know we're going to have some errands to run tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll be on. If I do, it'll be a quick stream in the morning, and then I won't be on in the afternoon if we have some errands to run. So if I do stream in the morning, it's going to be a short stream. We'll work on some updates. We'll get the Unimog updated. We'll get the drywall factory updated. We'll get the refinery updated. And then I'll dig through my notes and see if there's any other of the basic construction factories that need to be updated. Now, one thing I'm thinking about doing, and if we have time tomorrow, we may do it, the placeable orchards and greenhouses have to be built. Personally, I hate building them, so I may make a second set of orchards and greenhouses that do not have to be built, that you can just plop down on your property and use them. I've been thinking about doing that for a couple of weeks now. I'm not going to make every buildable factory where it's already built, but I'm seriously considering making the orchards and greenhouses a second set. So we'll have 2 sets, one as set of buildable and one set non-buildable. So if anybody's starting a new map, you won't have to put the greenhouses and orchards down and actually have to build them. So that'll save it, make it life a little bit easier as a single player. Alright, let's wait for autosave. I'm going to grab a sip of coffee. Sassy one's going, yeah, that would be awesome, yeah. Seriously thinking about doing that. Alright, I'm going to leave the tree harvester there. Let's head back to the house. Because I think my tractor, where's my tank? Yeah, let's grab our truck. And we'll grab our log trailer. I hate building them also. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the buildables. They were all player requested. The players are awesome. But I am personally not a fan of the buildables. Alright, let's go get these logs picked up. Now, it's been a while since I had to configure this. I need to change this to, is it the enter key? It is. I want to change this to max 1 pile. And I want to leave, I think I'm going to leave auto load on the right. What you doing to I want to take the refinery. I want to take the placeable refinery, and I want to adjust the production a little bit so we get more plastic. I want it to make plastic faster. So I'm playing on my Ritchieville map, and I have the refinery down, and I have the plastic factory down, and the plastic factory is making plastic twice as fast as the refinery. So I want to adjust the refinery so it's just as quick as the plastic factory. And then I'll check the overall production rates and quantities and all that while I'm in there. Okay, so it's going to be the other side. So how do I switch this to the right? O to the left. There we go. So I'm picking up on the correct side. And I'm going to be hung up on a stump. Crap. Got myself hung up on a stump. Oh. Yep, well, I'm hung up on a stump. Alright. Strong man. Come off the stump. Come off the stump. Let's drive around the stump, this time and not over the stump. And I probably did it again. I think I'm on top of another stump. Can I pick these up while they're sitting this direction? I can. That's good to know. It'd probably be easier if I came down in the other direction, actually, to pick these up. Let's head up to the end and work our way back. Actually, I almost have a full load. I'll pick up a few more and then we'll start at the end and work our way back. But I think they're going to be easier to pick up in this other direction than they are me driving this way. So let me change auto load to the other side. Yeah, that's going to be much easier. And I'll just come down in this direction. Is there an in-game refinery or only a placeable? I think all my maps have an in-game refinery built in. Plus, I like the placeable ones because I don't have to drive across the map to use it. So I'll use as many placeables as I can rather than use anything built into the map. Alright, let's run this load down. Get the rest of these picked up and we'll see how many more logs this factory is going to need. Yeah, it's not even a quarter of a load. So this is not even 20, that's probably about 18% full. So we're probably going to have to take down another row of trees. Let's go all the way to the end and pick them up coming back. We'll see how many we have. If I can get a full load, I'm not going to cut any more trees. We're just going to we're going to clear cut this into wood chips. Now, can I squeeze in here? Oh, I switched sides. Alright, I gotta switch sides again just to get this picked up. And then I'll have to switch sides again when we start coming back down the row. Alright, I want to give myself some room to turn around. Hopefully don't get hit by the train. Oh, let's switch sides again. There we go. Make it much easier to pick them up. I use the built-in for both. I need the exercise. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of driving across the map. That's pretty much the main reason for the restart today. So I want to get everything down in one location. Yeah, we're probably going to need another row of trees down. I'm not going to push my luck. I have a habit of tipping this thing over. I don't know, there's a good bit of logs left on the ground. We may fill it in one cut. Yeah, still not halfway full. It's probably about 40%. Will the update to the production speed to intake the refinery as well? I'll look at that tomorrow once I crack the XML open. I'll make sure the inputs and outputs are good. But I definitely want to speed up the amount of plastic it makes. So I don't want to have to put the refinery down and the plastic factory down if I don't have to. Just to make it a little bit easier for single players. Now I'm not going to mess with any of the ones built into the map. I'm just going to mess around with the placeable one. Now it sounds like my sister's home. That's his. He didn't get to hear it. He was really quiet. That's somebody's home little whine. She's going to get a Scooby snack. So as soon as anybody walks in the door, he'll take him right to the Scooby snack bucket. Yeah, that's his somebody's home bark. That's his I'm going to get a snack bark. Still not halfway full. Yep, that is his I'm getting a Scooby snack bark. Because mommy just got home. Am I planning on starting a new map before FS22 comes out, but your videos and map look awesome? Gonna have to give it a go. Vortex98, thank you very much. Bugger that, it makes you think and plan more. I have another 16x map started, but it's about 6 months away from finish. So I just put it on hold until 22 comes out. And we're going to see how easy or how hard it is going to be to convert anything from 19 to 22 with the new graphics engine before I make any decisions, permanent decisions on what's going to get converted, what's not going to get converted, how easy it is, how hard it is. So I can answer that question a little bit better on not even the 22nd when the game comes out. I'll need a couple days to play in the editor. So at the end of the month, I'll know better on what the fate of 22 is going to be with all the maps and mods. Come on. Shake loose. Come on, get off of there. I don't want to have to unauto-load you. Come on, drop. There we go. Yeah, we're still not at... we're just over half full. I'm going to take down another row of trees. Leave this guy here. That makes sense. Yeah, like I said, it just depends on what the new graphics engine's like, and the new texture program, and the new scripting, because 22 is not going to run on Global Company. It's going to have its own, there's a new script running the factories. So unfortunately, with the new updates, the new graphic engine, the new texture program, seasons built into the maps, and the new scripting, you're probably not going to see any custom maps for at least 6 months to a year. You'll get a couple of quick converts of the base game map, but you're not going to see any like Ritchie maps or PV maps or, you know, Lone Oak, Sandy Bay. You're not going to see a lot of those for about 6 months to a year. Because with the new texture program and the new crops in the map, any map that has to be converted, all the foliage has to come off the map, all the trees have to come off the map, they all have to get replaced with 22 foliage, 22 trees, and then the maps are going to have to be updated with all the new fruits and the extra fill types. So it's not going to be, there's not going to be any quick converts. So all the foliage has to get replaced, all the trees have to get replaced, all the crops have to get replaced. Every single texture in the entire map file has to get updated. Every building's going to have a snow layer because seasons is built into the map. And then all the factories have to be converted to run on the new scripts. So every single factory XML is going to have to be redone with whatever the new scripting program is to make the factories operate. We don't even know if the buildables are going to be possible in 22. And then we're going to have to wait for, we're going to be stuck with Giant's limit on fill types until like the limit break mod gets converted and all this stuff, all the scripts that run the extra fruits get converted. We have to increase the channels to get the mining products in the map. So it's not going to be fun for a modder. It's winter, you don't need foliage. Unfortunately, what I've seen with the new graphics engine, the foliage changes per season. So the look of the foliage actually changes per season. So that's why you're not going to be able to reuse any of the 19 foliage in 22. It's all going to have to be converted over. And then I think the same thing with the crops. I think they look different in the winter than they do the rest of the year. So I think the looks of the crops even change with each season. And then I don't know how easy it's going to be to convert the extra animals over from 19 to 22. We don't know what the animals are going to act like in 22. So Giants is being pretty tight-lipped on what the restraints are with the new map and the new engine. Should be interesting though. But it's definitely going to be a challenge. I'm just curious to see what the new textures look like. Ceci one, gotta run, having supper at my son's house. Catch up next one. Thank you for stopping in, much appreciated. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go either. Not sure what she's making for dinner tonight. She just got home. I haven't had a chance to pop my head out and see what the agenda is. Birdie1174, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, much appreciated. Thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in, saying hello. We are cutting trees so we can turn them into power poles in the electric factory. And then we just have to scoop up, I think, a little bit more. Well, we have I think we have some coal in the silo. So we just need to throw some coal, and we need to get a little bit of copper for the factory. How odd do the sheep look with those toenails? We could paint the toenails pink if we want. How cool would it be if we could put numbers on each sheep to make them look like the sheep in the commercial for the Certif mattress? Now this is my map. This is Ritchie Valley. This is the new 16x production map. This is my 6th map in the series, in the Ritchie series. We have Ritchieville, Ritchie's Hollow, Ritchie's Island. We have Ritchie Homestead, Ritchie's Prairie, and then this is the new Ritchie Valley map. Give me a minute, I'll show you the PDA. This map has 3 trains, 3 monorails, and the monorails carry workers around the map, and you need workers to run your factories. But this map is a 16x production map. We have built-in mining. So the map is, there's a mountain in the center of the map, there's a mountain on the outside of the map, and then there's a valley between the outer mountain and the inner mountain with a lake that runs through it. And the lake has a spline in it for fishing. but over 2/3 of the been looking at it because of Nick's review. Yep. Trello is confusing. Go to my YouTube page, and there is a video on there that shows you exactly how to use Trello, how to download, what you need to run each map, what has to stay zipped, what has to stay unzipped, and just about a 15 to 20 minute video I made just on the Trello board. Taylor Gaming, I've just started on Homestead and loving it so far. That's a really fun map to play. But yeah, if you type in comments !YouTube, will take you to my YouTube channel. There is about a 15 to 20 minute video on there that shows you exactly how to use the Trello board. Love big factory maps. Yeah, they're a lot of fun to play on. Personally, I prefer a 4x map over a 16x map. So, I love playing on the Ritchie's Prairie map. That's probably my favorite map. Ritchieville and Ritchie's Prairie are probably tied for first. Brand them to match the wool balls in the spinnery. Too much information at one time for my bird brain. Now, definitely watch the Trello board. Watch the video on the Trello board on how to use a Trello board. It'll answer all of your questions. All right, let's get this mess picked up, and then we'll see how much more we need. This should fill this factory. And then we can clear cut the rest of these and turn them into wood chips. If I don't get my truck hung up on a stump again. Almost. Yeah, this will definitely fill the factory up. Again, I'm just going to drive around these stumps real quick. You're not going to load. Of course you're not going to load. Alright, let me get away from that stump and get pulled up here a little bit quicker, or a little bit further. You're just not going to load, are you? Well, we're going to push you out of the way. You want to sit on top of the truck? You can sit on top of the truck. We're just going to push this log all the way to the mill. Now, if I drive around the stump, are you going to behave and pick up? No, you don't want to lift, do you? You want to go flying across the hood of my truck. Dixieland, thank you for the taking care of that command. Dixie's hard at work getting a server set up and ready. Alright, I'm not going to mess with trying to get any more on here. Let's get this load up to the mill before I put this truck on its side. Or not the mill, to the electric factory, to Sparky's. One change I would like to see with Giants, and I don't know if they can do it or not, but I would love to see some kind of irrigation system in every single field. Where you would actually have to water your crops. You would actually have to water your fields. I know a couple map makers tried it. It doesn't work the greatest, but I would love to see it implemented properly. I think it would just add another step of something to do other than plow, fertilize, lime. If you had to irrigate the fields. Alright, let's get this guy down. Let's find a place to turn around. Vortex 99, thank you for stopping in, much appreciated. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be in here much longer myself. I have a 2.5 hour, I've got some YouTube stuff to take care of, and I'll have to probably help her with dinner. So I'm not going to be in here too much longer myself. We almost have this factory full. Okay, what's a 16x factory map? We have, give me a second to pick up some more logs to get a full load. I'm going to have to come back and pick up like 3 stacks. Alright, so this is a 16 times map, so it's 16 times bigger than the in-game base map. Built into the map, we have a coal mine, an ore mine, a rock mine, a nickel mine, a copper mine, and a sandstone mine. So you pick up the boulders from the mine, you take them up to the crusher, and it crushes it down into usable product like coal and ore, gravel, stone, nickel, copper, and sand. We have a wood chipper built into the map, so you could take your logs, turn them into wood chips. You'll get some resin, which are both used in other factories. It has the built-in boathouse, which we make boats, surfboards, and rowboats. Seaweed pond makes fertilizer that you can spread on your fields. Clay pit to get us clay. We have a fish processing plant. We have a bait house built into the map, a smokehouse built into the map, poultry house for eggs and feathers, and maybe not feathers in the poultry house. Yeah, it does, feathers and eggs. Slaughterhouse, take all your animals to get steak and hamburger and bacon and all kind of good stuff. We have a couple oil wells on the map. We have a refinery that makes diesel and plastic. We have a sack factory. Sacks are used in other factories. A crate factory, a plastic plant. Now, as placeables, we have a bunch of silos. So one will hold grain, one will hold your cotton, your lavender, your tobacco. One holds all the quarry products. One holds all the animal products. We have cold storage that holds the products from the orchards and greenhouses. We have the extra animal pens. So we have the dogs, the ducks, the goats, and the donkeys. We have, under placeables, we have a battery factory. The rock crusher doesn't belong in this map. We have the drywall factory. The Acme factory makes like all kind of good stuff like bicycles and tires and porta potties and a bunch of other product. We have a lemonade stand to make lemonade. Anderson makes doors and windows and roofing and siding. We have a bait house that makes fish bait. Bakery that makes all kind of baked goods. Budweiser beer factory. Del Monte makes canned foods. We have a Certainteed factory that makes insulation. Coffee factory that makes a couple different products. Composter, cement factory, crate factory. Dole Foods makes fruit salads and garden salads. Fermenting house to make wine. Fertilizer factory. Banquet frozen foods factory. Kohler/GE that makes washers and dryers and stoves and refrigerators. We have a slushy factory, a glass factory, glue factory, grass dryer. We have 3 different greenhouses. We have a fish hatchery that you take your fish bait to. Sorry, give me 1 second to take a sip of coffee. The hatchery you take your fish bait to and you get all kind of different products from it. Heating plant gives you income per hour. Heinz factory to make your ketchup and mustards. Herbicide factory. Hershey factory. House of Wax makes wax statues out of the wax from the apiary. Ice cream factory, an ice cube factory. Kraft dairy, we make cheese and butter and all kind of good stuff. Leather factory, so we take the leather from the slaughterhouse and turn it into boots. We have the Mammoth Mill that makes lumber and plywood and steel, pallets, and about 8 or 9 different products. The mill's going to make you flour and oil, vegetable oil, that kind of stuff. We have a house of nuts that you take all the nuts to and make I think honey roasted nuts in. Old Man's Mill makes walkers and wheelchairs, feather dusters. We have 3 different orchards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 15 different products from the 3 orchards. We have a paint factory. Procter & Gamble makes paper towels and toilet paper. Pennington makes grass seed and greenery. We have the Dixie Delight Pie Factory, so we make pie, we make pizza, we make plastic, we make batteries, we make all the different kind of fruit juices. Quality First makes water pipe and sewer pipe and a couple other products. We have a fuel factory, a rubber plantation, a factory that makes empty sacks, a sandwich shop, seed maker, a jelly factory, a soda factory, a soup factory, an electric factory that makes power poles and conductors and lights, breakfast factory to makes hash browns and a couple different products with eggs, stone processing factory to make lime and other products, tasty cake factory that makes cookies and cakes. We have a taffy factory, a textile mill, a table company, tables, benches, chairs, planter boxes. We have a vineyard for grapes. Don't worry about the storage, that's a work in progress. And a potato chip factory. I'm asking, what do I need for the map to run? You're going to have to go in and watch my YouTube video on how to use the Trello board. That's why I made instead of me spending 15 minutes here explaining to you what you need, you can watch the 15-minute video on how to use the Trello board. It's on my YouTube channel. Because if I spent 15 minutes every single day teaching people how to use the Trello board, then I wouldn't get anything done in the map. So that's why I made the YouTube video. So I get asked that question about 10 times every stream. Alright, this factory is finally full. So what is my unload side, left or right? Which side are we unloading to? We are unloading to the right. We want to switch that to the left, I think. Nope, and I'm on the wrong side. Of course I'm on the wrong side. Let's pick those back up. And let's go back to the left. There we go. So these will sit in the trigger until the factory uses logs and it'll suck them in. Yeah, I could spend an hour every stream just explaining how to use the Trello board, so that's why I made the video. Alright, a couple more logs to pick up, and then I am probably going to get out of here for the night. So if you don't get all the required mods, the map's not going to run, and the map, it won't even load. You just don't want to load. I'm just going to munch that one up into wood chips. Yeah, 'cause it's already 4 o'clock. I've got some other real life stuff that I need to get done. So we definitely have a full load plus a little bit more for this factory. Which is awesome. I got a bunch of equipment parked all over the map. I'll clean this up between streams. Is there, as in, is there any roadblocks I need to be aware of? What do I need to warn about for the directions on startup? The Trello board is, my video on how to use a Trello board is self-explanatory. It shows you exactly what you need to download from the Trello board. It shows you what files you need for each map, what the required files are so the map opens and runs properly. It shows you what has to get unzipped, what has to stay zipped, and then it goes over a little bit of the mods folder. There's 6 different maps on the Trello board, so pick a map and have fun. Like when I get in game, take the first 20 minutes and just drive around the map and learn the map. There's really no one way to start the map. There's about 100 different ways to start each map. So that question is kind of hard to answer. But I'm going to get out of here. No roadblocks? Yeah, there's no major roadblocks. You do have to build your fields. On this particular map, you have to build 2/3 of your fields, half of your forests, half of the railroad silos, almost every factory, and most of your sell points have to be built. So yeah, there's no one way to start the maps. There's about 100 different ways to start the map. It just depends on whether you want to do arable or do forestry or do mining. It's really up to you on which direction you want to go once you get into the game. Dixie says, "Happy farming, y'all." No problem at all. Not being a pain in the butt. We're here to answer questions. So just get in and play around and have fun. All right, everybody have a good night. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.